Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for One Piece Chapter 1003. When we last left our heroes, the fight with Kaido and Big Mom was continuing, as Kid, Killer, and Law all got some real good attacks on Kaido. Zoro almost did, but Kaido was able to dodge it, knocking out one of the horns of the Skull Dome. Kaido marked that Zoro's sword had the presence of Odin in it, which makes sense. And then Big Mom used Zeus and a couple of lightning-based attacks to knock out everyone except for Luffy, who is made of rubber. So yeah, that's kind of where we left off last time. So let's jump right on into Chapter 1003, Night on the Board. Our picture here is Reiju receiving the affections of a scorpion with a cactus flower. I don't know, it's one of the reader request ones. I don't know where they come up with that. Where a scorpion falls in love with Reiju comes from. But alright. Anyway, we open with Luffy kind of continuing the attack. As he, gets some more of his Gear 4th punches in on Kaido, hits the face, hits the body, all over him. And we see Law, Zoro, and I think Kid is still in his metal body there, watching the fight from the ground, making me look like a fool. As I said on my Tumblr post for the last video, which I titled Luffy Left Alone, what I said was, watch everyone else be fine, and my video is just a fake title. And yeah, that's basically what happened here, given that at least the three of them are still standing. We can't really see Killer. But we see Luffy is kind of starting to get exhausted. And Big Mom is kind of watching in shock. And he goes to make yet another punch. And he slams Kaido into the ground. Luffy is just kind of kicking his ass. I can't imagine it's going to go on that well forever, or else just be a really anticlimactic fight. And we see Kaido, crashes into the Skull Dome. We see the smoke build up from the distance. Kid watches in shock at how strong Luffy's gotten. And Luffy is just still in the air, just breathing heavy. Big Mom calls down Kaido, and just then, all of Luffy's strength leaves his body. He has been kicked out of Gear 4th. Zoro notes that happening, and Luffy falls. Law is shocked as Luffy falls, and Kid asks Straw Hat, when did he get you? Because Kid has never actually seen Gear 4th, so he does not really know the after effects. And Law tells him, no, it's a side effect of that cannonball-like technique. He won't be able to use Haki for about 10 minutes. So yeah, it's not a great space to be in, given that I highly doubt Kaido is done. And without Haki, you can't really affect Kaido. So Luffy's kind of out of the fight for the next 10 minutes. Maybe he could do a little bit against Big Mom. I'm trying to remember, because the last time this happened, last time I really remember this being a problem was the fight with Doflamingo. And I'm trying to remember how exactly that played out. It's been a long time since I read Dressrosa. But anyway, Luffy's basically out of it. And Kid responds, so that strength comes at a cost. Still, if all those punches did full damage. Before he can really think about Kaido again, there's Big Mom, ready for more. Ma. What, at your limit already? That was quite a demonstration you put on. And we see Zoro, Law, and Kid all kind of ready to square off with her to protect Luffy. And Big Mom readies her next attack, gets her sword up. Happy Mothers, blaze! I'm curious if that's meant to be a pun on Mother's Day. If this weren't a translation, I'd be like, that would be intentional. But I don't know enough about Japanese to know if that really works in Japanese. Either way, she goes for Luffy. Zoro was barely able to get Luffy out in time. Whoa! And then Kid to Killer, who was also still fine. Come on, Killer, let's keep the pressure up on Kaido. Hand Straw Hat over. You got it. Hold on, I'm trying to tell who is saying that. because we see it's Kid and Killer. Kid talks to Killer, hands Straw Hat over, probably Law, and then Zoro just hands Luffy to him. And we just can't really see it. It's kind of going on in the background there. And then Big Mom looks down at the two of them. Counter shock, and I'm trying to again. It's a really small panel. I can't quite make it out. I think it's just kind of a general electric thing again. Yeah. I can't quite tell. There might be Zeus saying yeah. Maybe Zeus will end up turning traitor on Big Mom. It's kind of been teased for a while now. But anyway, we see Kid turning to focus on Kaido. And so I'm kind of curious who Big Mom is fighting. If Zoro, Luffy, and Law are doing their own thing, and Kid and Killer are focused on Kaido. But Kaido kind of gets back up. And he turns to look at Kid. And Kid is shocked at something. What's that? And we see it looks like Kaido kind of twirls himself up like a spiral, looming over Kid. And something hits Kid's machines. And it's just all kind of like scatters, it looks like. Dragon Twister. And we see Killer is knocked back. Kid, I can't really make Kid out from I can see all of his metal shit. I can't really see Kid himself. And then Zoro just snaps at this. Are you kidding me? And Luffy, thanks, Zoro. This guy's just a natural disaster. Thanks. I love Zoro's reaction. Like, really? Really? Are you fucking with me now? But then the two of them get caught up in the tornado. Oh no! And Luffy, and Zoro calls for him, Luffy! And Luffy is is eaten by Kaido. Or is in Kaido's mouth at the very least. If I'm reading that right. Not so fast! Don't you dare go eating our captain! And he puts one of the swords in his mouth, gets ready for an attack. 3-sword style! And Kaido looks down at him. Is that katana the source of that strange hockey? And yeah, we see Enma kind of filling up with would it be Ryuo? Would it be? I'm not entirely sure of the distinction between hockey and Ryuo. I forget if there is a distinction or if it's just like the Wanoan term for it. Either way, Zoro gets his big attack in. Black Rope Dragon Twister! And we see he's cut into Kaido. It did work at least a little bit. Makes Kaido open his mouth, presumably spitting up Luffy. Killer reacts, he cut the scales! And we see Luffy goes flying out of Kaido's mouth now. That brat. No, that's also Big Mom. Okay. That brat. He actually cut Kaido. And Kaido looks down at Zoro. That hurts. I see. That must be Odin's sword. You dare challenge me to a dragon twister? Whoa. And he readies his own next attack. Dragon Twister Demolition Breath. I think Demolition Breath was the attack we saw last time, right? But we see some more of those kind of blade-like winds coming towards Luffy and Zoro. Cuts into Kaido, or not Kaido, Kid's suit. Law seems to kind of dodge it, as do Zoro and Luffy. Killer seems to deflect it with the Punishers. And then we check down in on the Skull Dome for the first time in 3 or 4 chapters. As the samurai all note, the battle up above is so fierce. The rubble just keeps raining down. And then we see Orochi's severed head. And I know it's been theorized ever since Orochi died that given that his devil fruit is based on the Hydra, that he might just regrow his head. Though I admit I don't know if that part of the Hydra mythos is specifically Greek or if that part of it is in whatever Japan's equivalent of a Hydra is. It's one of those given that Orochi is distinctly Japanese. If the regrowing head is a specifically Western myth, that might not be part of his lore. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here. We hear someone say, "Good grief. First our business partner dies, then the party we were invited to turns into a battlefield." And we see someone playing some kind of board game, which might refer to the Night on the Board chapter title. Um. Oh, I just saw the bottom of this page. All right, I'm gonna lay out on the reveal until we get there. It would seem this is a battle for revenge 20 years in the making. But with Doflamingo out of the picture, Kaido and the Worst Generation were bound to clash at some point. And we see. I don't know if we know this guy. I've seen the next panel, so I know what group this is, but I don't know if we've seen this guy in particular before. So it would seem that destiny ordained that samurai and pirates would join hands like this. And it is CP0. Not Lucci, from what I don't see Lucci, or Kaku, or, I don't remember, was it Khalifa was her name? It's been a while since I read Enies Lobby, too. And I don't remember, I remembered that Lucci and Kaku were both in CP0. I don't remember if we saw Khalifa in CP0. But either way, I don't seem to recognize any of these guys. They might have been in that really short scene we saw of CP0 back in the Reverie, maybe. At a moment when the state of the world hangs in the balance, if by some chance 2 of the 4 emperors should fall, those are 2 different people who say that part, and then a third guy picks up. There would be no telling what might happen to the world next. But this is an unnecessary concern. And then we see this little girl with is that a kamisen? It's some kind of instrument. I don't remember what it's called. I think we have seen her before, like this kind of puppet eye person. It might have been one of Black Maria's people. I don't know. Enemy infiltrators 5,400, but number 5,400, but 400 of them are already down. Meanwhile, on our side, the number is over 30,000. That we have lost 3,000. And then he has kind of a clown vibe to him. The samurai had a good start. The difference in numbers is so great that an orthodox attack would get them nowhere near the leadership. Their sneak attack worked brilliantly, but just taking the leader's head will not spell the end of this battle. We are on an island. There is no escape. It is an all-out battle. If Kaido's powerful officers are left to their own devices, each will easily eliminate 100 soldiers at a time. So here's the thing I've kind of been wondering. Since we sort of got all the way to Kaido before any of the Tobiropo were down, and before King and Queen were down, what are we going to do with them? And given this, like, we kind of saw the Tobiropo square off with the Straw Hats right before the fight with Kaido really picked up. But then we haven't really seen them in 3 or 4 chapters. So I'm hoping that this scene is leading us into, don't worry, we're still going to show those fights. Because if y'all been paying attention to any of my videos, my big problem with this whole raid is how little of the fights get shown. Hopefully we will actually get to see these big fights, though. Anyway, if the new generation cannot stop those officers, the Black Pieces will overrun the game board. We see Frankie's fight with Sasaki that's ongoing. We see Sanji running from Black Maria. We see Usopp, Nami, and Tama, who I think were still running away from Ulti, and we see Ulti chasing after them. The Black Pieces will overrun the game board. We see Jinbei, not Kaido, I don't know why I said that one. Jinbei, mid-fight. We don't see anyone with him, but we know he's fighting who's who. Yamato, Momo, and Shinobu, who I don't remember fighting anyone at the moment. The outcome of this battle is not much in doubt, so why don't you pirates do us all a favor and take out as many of each other as you can. And then we come back to the roof. And we see Kid asks, why does he look like that? And then Luffy, still kind of groggy, Kaido? And Law asks, his man-beast form? And then we see Kaido say, hey, Lin Lin, this is fun. Whoa, row, 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 row. Ma, ha, 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 ha. I was just thinking the same thing, Kaido. Next chapter hits February 14th. Okay, first of all, 3 weeks in a row, is One Piece's schedule getting back on track? Because I'm very excited for that. Like it's been, I know because of COVID kind of fucked it all up, but it's basically been a bi-weekly series for months. So I'm more than happy to see it come back to weekly. Anyway, let's break this chapter apart. The first thing is obviously the continuing of the fight. Really getting to see is really the fight this week is really Zoro's scene. Um, Law Kid and Killer are there. Luffy gets in some good hits on that first two-page spread. Um, but it doesn't really end up doing. It's nothing too shocking, I should say, because like Luffy's already done that move throughout this fight, I guess. Um, he's just kind of doing the same attack he used in the last couple of chapters. It does some good damage, but then Luffy's out. And so instead of it being, like I predicted last time, Luffy alone against two Emperors, it's now everyone else against two Emperors except for Luffy, because Luffy is still out of it. But yeah, the I'd say the fight part of the chapter really does belong to Zoro. After Luffy gets eaten by Kaido, or at least is something officially eaten once it's in the mouth or once it's swallowed? I'm not entirely sure. It's not something I really have to question in my daily life. But before Luffy is swallowed, he's able to get to make Kaido kind of roar in pain, causing him to cough up Luffy. And it's great seeing Zoro just go at it. But that's really like the thing I'm kind of curious here though is what causes Kaido to go into his man beast form, right? Because we see Zoro has hit Kaido, but then Kaido is still in his dragon form when he does the Dragon Twister Demolition Breath. And then the next time we see Kaido, he's already in the man beast form. Also, I don't remember enough. Are man beast forms supposed to be stronger than either man form or beast form, for lack of a better term? I honestly don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. And it's one of those things where I'm not sure if it's kind of a new concept. I doubt really, or if it's just something I kind of forgotten over the thousand plus One Piece chapters. I think the chapter's big reveal though is that CP0 is here. And I'm pretty sure that's not been revealed before. And so I'm curious how they're going to play into this, especially given just how much is going on in Wano. Can the arc really hold on to another faction coming into play? I mean, to be fair, they're kind of off to the side, just sort of waiting for everything to wrap up. What I want to focus on for a minute, though, is the line that one of the CP0 guys has. Where is it? Something about can they just kill each other? Let me see if I don't remember where it is though. Yeah, on page 16. So why don't you pirates do us all a favor and take out as many of each other as you can? But it also says on page 13 that they were here, page 13, that they were here to do business with Orochi. So it seems like they were at the very least presenting themselves as here to do business with the Beast Pirates and Orochi, given that prior to Orochi's death, they were kind of one and the same organization. I mean, for the individual troops, they were the same organization, as they all kind of join up with Kaido after Orochi dies. So I'm curious now if, because Orochi is dead, was Orochi providing some kind of protection to the Beast Pirates from CP0? And now that Orochi is dead, CP0 is now able to take on the Beast Pirates, like legally. Whether or not they can physically is a whole other question. But legally, at least. But yeah, we see. My larger point before I got on this tangent is that I don't think CP0 is really going to take an active role in the story until everything is pretty much wrapped up. They're going to hang back, let everyone kill each other, and then, once the Straw Hats win, kind of come in and be like, all right, time to wipe y'all out. And so, my point being, I don't think it's really going to be a problem. It's not gonna add to the just how hectic this arc is, because they're gonna hang back until the end. But yeah, next time we're gonna see Kaido's Man Beast form. which should be interesting. I'm curious what power that has that his normal dragon form doesn't. Maybe it's just a little bit more limber while keeping some of the dragon form strength. Possibly, I'm not sure. But either way, the big development in the fight is both the switching to Man Beast form and Luffy being out. And which is just not a good spot for the worst gen to be in right now. We also see a little bit of the Togiropo fights, kind of. Not really, but a little bit. Just a reminder that they're going on, and a reminder that I really hope they don't get skipped, because I'm still bitter about Kanjuro's death. But yeah, I had a lot to say about this chapter, because there's a lot to dig into here, which is a really great time for me. But that's all I have to say for this video. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!